These are the types of foods that actually cause insulin resistance. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what those foods do to your blood sugar and over time how they can cause metabolic disease and insulin resistance. And if you don't know, my name is Rob. I'm the founder of Healthy You, where we help busy entrepreneurs, executives, high-end professionals reverse their insulin resistance so they can lose weight, regain their energy, and overall improve their quality of life, not just for themselves, but for everybody around them. And we're going to show you exactly how these foods can destroy your body over time. So buckle up, we're going to get started. So in the video that you're about to see, I had a jumbo-sized chocolate oatmeal cookie, about half of it. And these are the types of foods that are full of sugar, carbs, and saturated fat, and they're high in calories. And I'm going to show you what this did to my blood sugar. So this was around like early afternoon to break my fast. I mean, most of you are already going to know what happens, but you're going to see here how it affects my blood sugar, right? So the reason I did this is because I think it'd be helpful for you guys to see what actually happens. So I'm about to show you. Take a look at that. I was going around 80 milligrams per deciliter before I had this, and I went all the way up to around 130 milligrams per deciliter. That's about a 50 milligram blood sugar spike. And then it came down and came back up. It remained that way for a few hours, and that was just off one snack. All right? This is how these types of foods affect your blood sugar. And let me break down exactly what happens in the body for you guys so you have a better picture of what's actually going on in the body. It's not just a blood sugar spike and it coming down. So here we see a very similar chart to what you just saw in the previous slide with me eating that jumbo cookie. This is exactly what my blood sugar looked like. This is time after eating and blood glucose levels. So normally you want your blood sugar to have a little bit of a rise like this and come down like this, right? But when you have these calorie-dense sugary snacks, you're going to have a large blood sugar spike because of the amount of sugar, saturated fat, and carbs. So in this particular case, you have a large blood sugar spike. You're eating a high amount of digestible carbohydrates that don't have many micro or macronutrients. Therefore, they digest very quickly. As a result, this is followed by a large insulin spike, right? And what does insulin do? Insulin is a hormone secreted by the pancreas to modulate blood sugar or blood glucose that comes from the food that you eat. It takes that blood glucose and sends it out to the organs, your muscle, and other cells in the body for energy. All right? When those cells get full of glucose and they don't need any more, your body takes the excess glucose, stores some in the liver, and then stores the rest as body fat. Now, if you have way too much and your body can't process, because it can only break down so much glucose into fat at once, that's when you start getting some visceral fat buildup on different organs. But that's another topic. But this is how that happens. You get the blocking of fat burning and fat breakdown and storing of fat storage. Now, the crazy thing that happens is when you have these big glucose spikes, your body and your insulin signaling overcompensates and overreacts by secreting a lot of insulin in order to bring this huge blood glucose spike down to bring you back to homeostasis. And that's how you get this big blood sugar crash. And this is where a lot of the chaos happens. This is where, because up here, you're feeling energetic, you're feeling, a little bit better, you have that dopamine spike, and then you have the crash. And this is where the brain fog happens, the fatigue, the lethargy, the bloated feeling. All of that happens with the crash. And this also, because your blood sugar is lower than your homeostasis, this is what's going to trigger the hunger and the sugar and carb cravings. Because when it gets artificially low, your brain now starts to think that you're starving. And this is how you get the cravings and the hunger cravings for more carbohydrates. And guess what happens? You eat more. Let me show you. For most of you, as this was the case for me when I was pre-diabetic, this is what your blood sugar looks like throughout the day because you're constantly eating, constantly snacking. Your blood sugar remaining from your previous meal. You eat something, and then your blood sugar spikes temporarily. You feel great. You feel amazing. Then the insulin removes the blood sugar from the blood and shoves it to the cells or stores it as fat. And then you get this blood sugar crash. Now you're feeling tired, depressed, lethargic, bloated, and so on. Most importantly, you start to feel hungry again because you're below baseline. You want your blood sugar to be in this green range right here, but it's not. It's dipped further below that. And now you reach for another snack or sugary drink to feel better, and now you get another blood sugar spike. And the same process repeats itself. Insulin moved from the blood sugar crash, you reach for another snack to feel better, and you get another blood sugar spike. And this process continues day in and day out as you get fatter, more tired, and your body develops greater amounts of insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. This slowly breaks your body down over time. This is exactly how type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, all of it develops from this. Eating excess calories in refined carbs, sugar, saturated fat. And your blood sugar will generally begin to look like this. So now you want to bring your blood sugar down in this range right here. And that's essentially what your goal is if your blood sugar does look like this. How do we do that? If your goal is to bring your blood sugar back down, the first thing you want to do is remove those processed carbohydrates and junk food from your diet. It's not the carbs that are bad. Carbs are actually great for you, just when they're from the right sources, okay? So you want to remove the processed carbs, junk food, calorie-dense, processed crap. You want to remove that from your diet, and you want to replace that with large servings of protein coming from meat, like chicken, turkey, grass-fed beef, or fish, like wild-caught salmon is great. You also want to add in some fibrous carbs, nutrient-dense carbs. You actually want to have large servings of carbs, but they're coming from the right places. These are vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, tomatoes, onions, things of that nature. That's what you want to bring into your diet. You want large servings of that. You want to pack your plate with those kinds of foods. And on top of that, other foods that you can bring in to supplement that can be other fibrous carbs like legumes, like beans, chickpeas, lima beans, peas, the lentils. These are fantastic. You want to eat those after you have your veggies and protein. You can also add in nutrient-dense fruits like green bananas, green apples, and berries, lots of berries. You can add those in as well. And if you want to add in, if you want to add in some fats from avocados, peanuts, grass-fed peanut butter, organic peanut butter, grass-fed butter, those are fantastic too. You want those in small quantities. You want the legumes in small quantities, but you want the protein and veggies in large quantities. And you want to make them in meals that taste good. If you do that, your blood sugar will go back down in range, as well as you will heavily reduce the amount of calories that you're eating. So if you do that, as well as pretty much stop drinking calories, stop drinking those calorie-dense energy drinks, those dessert coffees, sodas, all of that's got to go. And you want to replace that with water, black coffee, herbal tea. If you have trouble weaning off the energy drinks, try the zero sugar monsters or the Gorilla Mind drinks, low sugar Red Bulls. Those are fantastic, and they don't spike your blood sugar either, okay? You have plenty of options for zero sugar drinks that actually are blood sugar friendly. You just want to make sure that they contain little calories. You can definitely have a protein shake after you work out, though. That's completely fine. But that's how you want to structure your meals. And you'll notice two things. You have a much more stable blood sugar, and you'll eat much, much lower calories. And it'll make it much easier for your blood sugar to stabilize and for you to lose weight and have greater amounts of energy. The key is you want to eat large portions of veggies and protein. If you do that, you will be full all the time and you will crush your cravings. I guarantee it. I know because I do it and it works. So I've worked with over 50 clients and it's been the case for them as well. If you stick to that over time, you'll be able to crush your cravings. And then you add in things like fasting, walking after you eat your food, you optimize your sleep, you do more exercise. These are added bonuses on top of the way you eat. I would focus for now on just what you're eating and maximizing your sleep quality and quantity. If you do those two things, you'll be able to really nuke your insulin resistance within a matter of months. And if you stick this for the rest of your life, you will completely transform your body. I guarantee it. I know because I've done it. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What does your blood sugar look like? Does it look like what I described in this video? Or is it more stable? What did you do to correct it? Or what are you doing to correct it? Let me know in the comments. If this video was helpful, please smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on X and Threads. I'm everywhere. So feel free to follow me. I have plenty of reels with more condensed information and tips for you guys. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Please follow me for more. Peace.